Hello.
Hello. Is everything okay?
My mommy and daddy,
Uh-huh.
I think there's a bullet on the floor.
Where's Mommy at?
I don't know, I think they're dead.
Hello and welcome to Crime Time UK. Every year in the UK, there's roughly about 35,999,112 and 112 calls. That averages out to about 100,000 calls every single day. Today, we're going to listen to some of those calls. Shane Clark, who was 52 years old at the time, stabbed his partner, Joanne Bishop, 28 times with a Phillips screwdriver because she didn't want to be with him and asked him to leave the house. After the frenzied attack, he texted his mate saying, "Oops, I can't come to work."
Ambulance emergency. Is the patient conscious and breathing?
Don't need connect multiple requests for ambulance, please.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Hello, what's happened?
I've just stabbed the missus.
You've what, sorry?
I've just stabbed the missus.
You've what?
I've just stabbed the missus, the partner.
You stabbed your missus?
Yeah.
Is she bleeding?
She's... I think
How
she's
much?
gone.
What do you mean you think she's gone?
I think she's dead, mate.
Is she responding to you?
Nah, not anymore.
Is she breathing?
No,
She's not breathing at all.
I'm not in the house.
Are you able to go to her?
I'm not in the house anymore.
Can you go to her?
No. So I'm really fucked up.
Can you please go in the house to her? I need to establish whether she's bleeding.
I'm not there.
Can you go into the house?
Yeah. She's not going to be... She's not.
Well, can you go and look?
No. I don't want to go back there.
So you can't go into her?
No, I'm not going to.
What's your address?
Shane Clark was eventually persuaded to go back to the home to meet the paramedics to show them where the victim was. She was severely injured. After all, she was stabbed 28 times, but she was still alive. Shortly afterwards, Clark was arrested for attempted murder, and his reply to the police was, "It's a terrible way to start a Tuesday morning, costing the government £1 million." On the 13th of September 2018, Shane Clark, or the Laughing Killer, appeared at Oxford Crown Court. He was sentenced to life in prison and must serve a minimum of 20 years. Now this is 3-year-old Alfie Lamb. Now this case is devastating. First of all, it shouldn't have happened. But secondly, his killer. Well, I believe when people go to prison, they deserve punishment. And the punishment that he got does not fit the crime. On the 1st of February 2018, this is the last CCTV footage showing Alfie being alive. Not long after this, the 3-year-old was crushed to death by 26-year-old Stephen Waterson. Alfie Lamb was killed because he was crying.
Is the patient breathing?
I seriously don't know. There's a child. I've just seen there's a child here, and he's not physically breathing. He's with his mum, but he's just not responding at all.
Right. Just can you check if he's breathing? If there's breath coming in and out of his mouth?
Is there breath coming in and out of his mouth?
Or his chest rising? Is he breathing at all? His mum will know.
Can you see this? No, he's not. There's nothing.
Right. What's the address of the emergency, please? Is there a door number you can see?
No, it's just blocked the flats. I just literally driving past.
This is the car where Alfie Lamb was killed. He was put in the footwell by his mother, where there was a space of just under 1 foot, but it could be reduced to just over 3.5 inches at a touch of a button. Although at the time there was 4 adults in the car, including his mother and his killer, and they all lied to the police. By the time they arrived at Waterson's home in Croydon, the toddler had collapsed and had stopped breathing. Although paramedics arrived at the scene and tried to revive Alfie, he unfortunately died 3 days later of crush asphyxia. In court, Alfie's stepfather, Stephen Waterson, who is also an ex-Tory minister's son, was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison. The child killer pleaded guilty to manslaughter and was released only 3 years later. His mother, Adrian Hoare, was sentenced to 2 years and 9 months for child cruelty. This is 2-year-old Teddy Tilston, who was murdered at the hands of his mother's boyfriend in Merseyside. His killer claimed that he had drowned in a bath, but when paramedics arrived, they noticed that Teddy was bone dry. Teddy was found to have 65 unusual external injuries and a catastrophic internal bleeding in his abdomen. This is Teddy's killer, 28-year-old Craig Smith. Now, the big man struck the toddler so hard in the stomach that it caused massive internal bleeding. After 15 minutes, he decided to call 999, and that is where the lying began.
Ambulance, is the patient breathing?
No, he's not.
He's not breathing.
It's a little 2-year-old boy. He's just been in the bath. He's just swallowed water.
And he's not breathing.
He's not breathing. His eyes are open. He's not moving. No movement, no breathing.
Okay, what's the address of the emergency?
I'm trying. Come on, please. Come on.
Okay, how old is he?
He's 2.
He's 2.
Yeah. Come on, mate.
This is not delaying the help at all, okay?
I'm trying to breathe air into his lungs, and he's just
Is he?
on the wheel.
Right,
He's
okay.
His eyes aren't moving. He's
right,
unresponsive.
listen. I'm organising help for you now. Stay on the line. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do next, okay? And he's 2.
He's dead, as far as I can see. He's dead.
Okay, all right, listen to me. I'm going to tell you how to help him.
No point.
Okay, the help's being arranged as I'm speaking to you, okay? Stay on the line with me.
Come on.
Are you right by him now?
I'm right by him. He's just...
Right, listen carefully. Lay him flat on his back on the ground.
Flat on his back.
Remove any pillows and then kneel next to him and look into his mouth for food or vomit.
I've cleared all food
Is
and
there
vomit out of
anything in his mouth?
No.
No.
Not
Okay, now place your hand on his forehead, your other hand under his neck, and carefully tilt his head back. And then put your ear next to his mouth. Can you feel or hear any breathing?
It's just like bubbling.
Can you feel or hear any breathing?
No, it's just it's air coming out.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how to give mouth to mouth. Pinch his nose closed and completely cover his mouth with your mouth. Then blow 2 regular breaths into his lungs, about 1 second each. Just enough to make his chest rise with each breath.
Right, okay. No. It's just the air.
Could you feel the air going in and out?
Yes, yeah.
You could. Okay, listen carefully. I'll tell you how to do chest compressions. Make sure he's flat on his back on the floor. Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the centre of his chest, right between the nipples.
Okay.
Push down 2 inches with only the heel of your hand touching his chest. Pump his chest hard and fast, at least twice a second. Let his chest come all the way up between pumps and tell me when you're done. Okay, count the compressions out loud.
1, 2.
Right, you need to be going at a rate of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're still doing nothing.
You're doing really well. Just keep going.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, now with your hand under his neck, pinch his nose closed and carefully tilt his head back again.
Yeah.
Give 2 more regular breaths and pump his chest 30 times more. Make sure the heel of your hand is on the breastbone in the centre of his chest, right between the nipples.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4.
Have you done the 2 more breaths?
Yeah, I've done 2 more breaths.
You've done the 2 more breaths, okay. So from now on, just keep giving him 2 breaths and then 30 pumps, 2 breaths and 30 pumps. Keep doing it until help arrives to take over. Tell me when they're right with him.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're doing really well. Keep going.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Don't give up. This will keep him going till the ambulance crew arrives. Just keep repeating the cycle of 2 breaths and 30 pumps. 2 breaths and 30 pumps. Keep doing it until help can take over. Okay, tell me when they're right with you or if anything changes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just keep doing the 2 breaths and the 30 pumps.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can hear an ambulance now.
Okay, just keep going until they're right with you. Is there somebody in the house with you?
Well, no, just me and the other daughter.
Is she old enough to go and open the front door?
No, she's only 3. My missus is in hospital already with the other 2-year-old. She banged her head this morning.
Oh gosh, okay. Just you keep going until you hear them knocking.
Yeah, just knocking now.
Okay, run and open the door as quickly as you can.
On the 1st of March 2017, Teddy Tilston died at home through a catalogue of injuries. On the 2nd of November 2017, killer Craig Smith was sentenced to life in prison and must serve a minimum of 17 years. This is 2-year-old Macy Hogan, who was murdered in October 2016 at the hands of her mother. Macy, who was smothered to death, had one last picture taken of her, and that picture was sent to her dad with a caption that said, "Sorry, just thought you deserved one last picture in memory of her." Several hours later, her mum decided to call 999.
Can I have your please?
Are you the patient?
Look, my daughter, she's not breathing.
She's not breathing.
No.
She's not breathing at all.
No.
What's the address of the emergency, please? And how old is your daughter?
She's 2.
2 years old?
Yeah.
She's not breathing at all?
No.
Okay, help is being arranged. You need to stay on the telephone with me and listen very carefully. I'm going to tell you what to do to help, okay? I need you to lie flat on her back on the floor. Can you do that for me now?
Ow! God.
You need to put you onto the floor for me, okay? I'm going to tell you how to
can't
help.
move. Every time I move, it hurts.
Pardon?
Every time I move, it hurts.
Right, but we need to help your daughter if she's not breathing. You need to lay her flat on her back on the floor for me, please.
Shortly after this call, paramedics arrived, but unfortunately it was too late for Macy. Jackson claimed that she had been stabbed, and there was 3 superficial wounds, but none life-threatening, and they were self-inflicted. Jackson, who was 19 at the time, pleaded not guilty, but then changed her plea halfway through the case. She was sentenced to 16 years in prison for the murder of her daughter. Well, thank you very much for watching. Now, with some of those sentences, I definitely don't agree with them. I don't know what you guys think. But until next time, stay safe.